Okay, we're going to work through some proportions today, and proportions work by cross-multiplying over the equal sign. So you're going to multiply these two things together. 5 times n equals, and then you're going to multiply these two things together. 2 times 20. 5 times n is 5n. 2 times 20 is 40. I see multiplication, I do division. What I do on the left, I do on the right. N is equal to 8. And how can I check that? Well, I can evaluate it in Desmos. I'm keeping in mind that I cannot put an equal sign in Desmos. So the left-hand side has to be equal to the right-hand side. 2 over 5 is 0.4. Convert that to a fraction if I want as well by pushing this button here. And on the right-hand side, 8 over 20, which is also 0.4. And again, if I convert that to a fraction, 2 over 5. So we've done that one correctly. Here we have a binomial in the denominator, so we want to always take the first step and remember that fraction bars create groups. I'm going to multiply, cross multiply here. I have 18 times b minus 1. And I'm going to cross multiply here, and I have 6 times 15. I'm going to start by solving this the same way I solve every multi-step equation. So the first thing I'm going to do is distribute 18b minus 18 is equal to 6 times 15, which is 90. I'm going to undo the addition and subtraction first. What I do on the left, I do on the right. 18b is equal to 108. I see multiplication. I do division. What I do on the left, I do on the right. And I'm left with b is equal to 6. So we can check this with substitution. Everywhere I see b, instead I will use 6. So on the top we have 6, on the bottom 6 minus 1, and that should be equal to 18 over 15. Let's evaluate that in Desmos and make sure that we're right. 6 over 6 minus 1 gives us 1.2. We can also convert that to a fraction. Oops, sorry. Which is 6 over 5. And 18 over 15 is 1.2, which we can convert to a fraction using Desmos, which is also 6.5. So we've done this one correctly. Okay, this is the final one we're going to do together, and this is a really good example to work through together, and I'll show you why when we get to the end, because sometimes you might have a fraction as an answer, and that is okay. We are going to be able to check that with Desmos no problem. So we're going to cross and multiply. 8 times r minus 9 equals 5 times r plus 5. I'm going to start by distributing. 8r minus 72 equals 5r plus 25. I have no like terms to combine. I have variables on both sides of the equation, so I'm going to try to get all my variables over to the left and all my constants over to the right, and I'm going to start by moving my variables. So there's an invisible plus sign here. I see addition, I do subtraction. What I do on the left, I do on the right. I'm left with 3r minus 72 is equal to 25. Extend my page a little bit. Okay, let's try and get the constants over now. I see subtraction. I do addition. What I do on the left, I do on the right. I'm left with 3r is equal to 97. I see multiplication. I do division. What I do on the left, I do on the right. R is equal to, well, what is 97 divided by 3? Let's go over to Desmos and check. You can see I've already populated this for you. But 97 divided by 3 is a decimal, okay? And 97 divided by 3 in its most simplified form is 97 over 3. So that's our answer, and that's fine. When I tell you on your test, I want you to leave it in its most simplified fraction form, this is what I'm looking for. And it's no problem to check this on Desmos. Everywhere that I see r, instead I'm going to use 97 over 3. And you can see these decimals match. We had 5 over r minus 9. Instead of r, we've put in 97 over 3. We can convert that to a fraction if we want. And we had 8 over r plus 5. And instead of r, we've used 97 over 3. And sure enough, these match. So we've evaluated that correctly, and that is the answer. All right, I hope this helped.